nice. California dreaming live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLa. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLa Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
And it's hashtag Friday Mood. We're going to talk about how to tell if you are a love addict. We're going to break it on down for you because we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and have a great time.
Yes. Looking forward to the guest today.
Absolutely. How to create a life you love? Well, it all starts with some California dreaming. The original cool dudes with attitudes are in the house. Good morning, everyone, back in the studio. How are you today?
What's up?
Hi. We're so excited. Are you with us?
Good morning, Good LaLa Land.
I don't know if I should call you Michael Cade, if I should introduce you as Sly. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
We're so excited. We're really excited for the pop-up concert happening at Saved by the Bell's The Max tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, yes, we decided to do a reunion. If you don't know the show, we have a band, and the band is going to go back on tour after 20-something years.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, so we've been rehearsing all week. I'm just the MC, but Erin and the gang have been rehearsing, and it's an awesome show. And the show is sold out, but if you want to show up at the Max 6 to 7, we're doing a meet and greet, signing, taking pictures. Please come visit.
It's going to be a ton of fun. So here on Good Morning LaLa Land, we'd like to know a little bit about your morning routine. So Michael, how do you start your day?
Well, let me tell you.
Please do.
I started by having a newborn kitten jump on my face 2 hours before my alarm went off.
Oh.
And then I wake up, we take the child to school, and now I'm on LaLa, LA.
Yeah, well, thank you for waking up that pussycat this morning.
Shh. Thank you. I was going to go there, but I didn't.
Charles Silkdine is back in the house. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited that you're here. You know, he's an incredible best-selling author, motivational speaker, and the man survived 24 years in federal prison.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Wow.
So, Charles, how do you start your day now? What's your morning routine?
Well, I try to get up around 6 o'clock, and what's important to me, I go through about 5 minutes of self-talk, affirmations to wake up my chakras, wake my mind up, get my vibration up, and then I go get about 30, 45 minutes on the treadmill.
Start with a little exercise.
Exactly. Raise those vibes first. Well, thank you so much for coming back to the show. We're excited to talk to you more in a little while.
I'm excited.
Olivia is in the house. You know, you might have seen her on Adidas, Verizon. She's got a great new film she's working on. You are like the busiest woman in Hollywood right now.
Good morning.
Good morning. So how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
Well, lately I've been obsessing with these Korean hydrating face masks. So I slap those like eye patches on and I meditate for about 10 minutes. I set my affirmations for the day to make sure my day goes smoothly. Just, you know, take a moment to myself because, you know, especially in Los Angeles, we all know the day can get really hectic. So I want to make sure I take that time, and afterwards I just like set on with my day. And of course, coffee. Coffee is a must. I never skip my double espresso. Some days it's triple espresso, but today was a double.
Okay, we're feeling good. Friday vibes.
Yes.
Double.
Yeah, always. Thank God it's Friday.
Oh, well, we're so excited that you're here. I hope you live
Thanks for having me.
in the house. You know, they're empowering women socially with dental care and making incredible films. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about the Got Cancer Project and how you start your day.
Do you want to start with the God Cancer Project?
Sure. Got Cancer is a project really close to our hearts. I was volunteering with kids who had cancer, and that's how the story came about. And all our stories are based on what kids have taught us, and that's a project that was based on what the kids shared with us and how kids brave a disease that they don't really comprehend that well. And so we've shown the movie in the light of how the child sees the disease. So that's Got Cancer. And Isabella is the voice of Got Cancer. She's done the whole narrative and the narration of it.
How do you start your day?
Oh, my day should come with a statutory warning. I don't know if I should share. My night and my days collide, I think. And so sometimes when the alarm goes off, it's time to maybe hit the bed for 10 minutes and then rush back to work because I have a regular day job and, of course, the nonprofit as well. So yeah, do not try and copy this, and do not go wanting La La Land or Hope Be Lit for anything that I've said.
Yep. She's a virtual fountain of energy. So she is one of the few people I know that doesn't actually need meditation or sleep. I usually hit the ground running too, but I've learned over the years that I need meditation just like so many others. It really works for me. So I try to start my day before I start grabbing hold of whatever needs to be done. Before I really fully wake up, I meditate. It's like almost like a little bit of sleep. Go into the kitchen, put on some hot water with lemon, and make sure I use that French press. That's what I do. If I'm lucky, I get a chance to exercise. I try to do that, but it doesn't always work.
I thought you said medication or sleep.
Oh, medication.
That's very LA, actually.
I haven't had
That's
enough
very LA.
coffee.
Yeah,
Not
that's
enough coffee. It came out like medication. I meant meditation.
Yeah.
Morning routine.
Oh, God.
Same
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But, we are what we are. Here we go.
Absolutely. Erin Jackson is in the house. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're so excited that you're here. Okay, so like the 6-year-old girl in me might be geeking out a little bit. He was one of the lead singers of the California Dreamin' cast in that band, and I had such a crush on him.
Was it then or is it still?
Well, it was then. But what you're up to now is so incredible. We know that you're touring, helping people make positive life choices. And now, of course, you're back. You're playing in concert tonight. I cannot wait to see the show. But first, we want to know, how do you start your day?
Unlike everybody else here, I just get up. I don't meditate. I don't medicate. I don't go. My idea of exercise, I do 2 sit-ups, one in the morning, and then I sit back at night to go to sleep. I've got 2 daughters, and so it's just my life revolves around my kids, and it's whether it's morning or night. That's kind of my phone rings. My oldest is in college, so 5 a.m. she calls. But right now it's, for me it's 12. So it's not morning for me because I'm East Coast based. So it's like, unlike you guys, I'm actually, this is lunchtime. So, but no, it's just a regular old morning for me.
Well, we're so excited that you are all here. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're looking forward to talking to you more later in the show.
Yes, I love him saying, I do sit-ups every day. I get up from bed. Yeah. My dad used to have a similar joke. He'd say, I do push-ups every day. I push up from the table after I'm done eating every single meal.
Hey, I'm doing my hair every day. People are like, oh, that's how you get your arms. It's like all that. It's all that rolling.
A lot of work.
Brush. Yes, it's a lot of work. I'm tired, you guys. It's Friday, and I don't know what it is, but I've been waking up at 3 and 4 o'clock every single morning. I mean, people, my girls in my society are like, they're trying to get up earlier. I'm trying to sleep in. My goal is to try and sleep in more.
You might as well just join me at the gym. If you're up at 3 and 4, you might as well come anyway.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
I mean, we were working out last night socially at
Yes.
the Powerful You Inspiration Influence event. It was a really cool, powerful event led, of course, by Lillian Garcia, the first ever guest on Good Morning La La Land. And we were just so grateful that James and Steph had welcomed us to that community. It was so fun.
Sounded
Very inspiring
amazing.
night.
The venue was amazing. I didn't even know it existed. They have this rooftop at the Jeremy Hotel, and it's very swaggy.
Very swaggy.
Very
What was your
swaggy.
favorite part of the event?
Oh, people.
The people,
Always.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why you go, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
totally.
So supporting and connecting, and it's it's in and out, but it's business at the same time.
It is, right?
Like,
That's the interesting thing, especially about LA. It's always both.
Yeah.
Well, we saw 2 of our incredible designers that have been on the show. Jonathan Mark Stein, Parker Polhill was there. BC Cerna is back from his What's Good tour. We're excited to welcome him back to the show. He's got an incredible new podcast called Pursuing Your Passion. So that's our purpose, rather. We'll have to double check on that.
Yeah. I feel like you should be passionate about your purpose anyway. Purpose is all about your passion.
Absolutely. It was just so fun to see all these familiar faces and just to celebrate all the work that we've done and honor all the work that they're doing.
Yes.
Sure,
Love
for
that.
sure. So what else going on? You guys got a big weekend ahead?
I think we do, right? We got the Style Lounge
Yes.
on Sunday.
Yes.
So we got that, and then I'm sure each of us have like 29 podcasts to do. It's unbelievable, right? I love it, and it's great to be in demand. And the weekend doesn't often feel like a weekend because we're usually working.
Oh yeah, but hey, we love what we do, so
We
I'm
sure
so
do.
excited. I'll be celebrating Erica De La Cruz and all of her Passionistas at her conference, Passion to Paycheck. Tomorrow, she's sponsored by Bumble, so it'll be a really special event, very inspiring. And then, of course, as we mentioned, the Style Lounge on Sunday, honoring the 46th annual Daytimes Emmys. So we're going to get glammed and gowned out. It'll be so fun. We're going to have some special coverage on the rooftop, so you'll definitely want to tune into Monday's show.
I'm
Super
so
cool.
excited. So I think we should dive into Friday Mood, because we're going to talk about how to have the signs to know if you or someone you know is a love addict. Because coming from being an ex-love addict, I can tell you all about it. Let me tell you. So I have some signs here, and I want to know what you guys think if you identify with any of this, which I totally do, which is 1, mistaking intense sexual experiences and romantic excitement for love.
Oh.
Guilty as charged.
It's that heroin hit you talk about, right?
It's a total heroin hit, right?
Yeah, it's the addiction to pleasure and not being able to discern between pleasure and sort of love.
Right?
Yeah.
There's this whole huge list, and the good thing is that out of this list of like 12, I only identify with maybe a couple, whereas years ago I would have identified with so many of them. Like, for example, like doing things like losing track of your friends and families and things for like giving it all up to just.
I thought that was called work. Does not work?
Well, maybe you're a workaholic.
It could be, right. Could be, there you go. It's a different addiction. Right, exactly.
It's really interesting, though, because sometimes people might think that if you are, a love addict, that you're addicted to relationships. But really what you're addicted to is you're craving that feeling in the very beginning, that puppy love, that intense fire, and that is not synonymous with love.
Oh, and that's another thing they say is, are you unable to maintain relationships once it goes past that initial kind of, high of love?
Oh,
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. Okay. Check.
Honestly, like some of these are really intense. Like, I remember, some of these are, for example, being with somebody who you really don't have your needs met and staying in the relationship.
Right.
Been there, done that, right? Or being with somebody who's abusive or things like that.
Right.
Or wanting to always make sure that they're happy, like feeling like you're the cause of all that. So
like wanting to be their savior or their fixer.
I feel like love addiction is something that our culture doesn't talk enough about.
Not so much, because I think part of our culture is love addiction.
Well, totally.
Right?
If you listen to any pop song on the radio, I would say 9 out of 10 of them are about love.
Yeah.
The broken heart, the comeback, the breakup song. I mean, our culture is obsessed with love. I mean, look at daytime television in the slew of soap operas. It's all about the complexities of love and addiction.
Yes, it is. And I think ultimately, I know, at least from my personal experience, love addiction at its very core and the heart of it is a lack of self-love, right?
Right.
I mean, it's the only place you find true, unconditional, abiding love.
Yeah. I mean, I had it bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if I would say, I had to go into the 12 steps when I was in ministerial school. We had to go to all the 12 step. And I had experienced a 12 step between having an eating disorder when I was young, and then I was in a relationship with an alcoholic. So I was familiar with the 12 step, but I had to go in and actually study the different 12 step. And SLAA, sex and love addiction, is gnarly. I'm sorry, but it's gnarly. You have all kinds of sex and love addicts in there. And I don't identify as a sex addict, and I don't even identify as a love addict anymore, because I truly know that love is only within. But I think that everyone needs to open their eyes. I feel like it's something that you need to take a look at it and understand it, so that you see patterns within yourself or other people, to know that you're not getting into a vicious cycle.
Absolutely. And wouldn't you say that at the very bottom of all addiction is an addiction to thinking? Like, I remember being very young, and I was in love with the idea of love. Mm-hmm. Like, just in love with the idea, not with the actual person.
Actually, that's fantasy addict.
Yes,
so you know.
There you go, fantasy addict. There you see.
Yeah, I think
kinds of addictions.
So basically, the alcohol puts the power outside of self to the alcohol. This alcohol is my savior. This alcohol makes me feel good. This alcohol and then they become powerless over the alcohol. So it's just whether you put it to work or to love or to whatever it may be. It's just putting that as your higher power of you being the effect of that, and then soon enough you feel powerless.
Totally. It's interesting because I believe in outsourcing everything humanly possible except for happiness and love and peace. You can't outsource that.
You can probably get on a phone though really fast.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Anyway.
You can really try. You can keep swiping. That's for sure.
That's funny. So anyway, we have a great show ahead of us. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Welcome to your home for talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is Ever Talk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on Ever Talk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, Insta fame, Insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today I'm officially coming out of the closet as a mother I've never publicly announced it. I've been a model for 15 years, and now I'm finally letting people know I have 2 kids. I have a 16-year-old son, and my 13-year-old son will be 14 in another month and a half. You know, obviously explaining that I have a 16-year-old, people are gonna be like, wait, how old are you? And I'm under 40, I'm 36. Okay, let's just get that out there.
Oh, wow.
Coming out of the closet again.
You came out twice already today.
I know, oh my gosh.
I hope that our viewers are watching this to realize that when you have a passion and when it pays the bills and you can live a good life and provide for your children, there should be no shame in what you do.
Right, I agree.
So in other news, for those that don't yet know, Kelly's having a baby. Yay! Hiding it so well, by the way. You know, she's so disgustingly slim even when pregnant.
God
Just
bless you.
unfair. But I'm guessing that everything that you learn and your journey through Heal has had some sort of impact on you becoming a mama.
I've always had this awe and kind of curiosity about how intelligent the human body is.
Okay.
But now I'm just like living in this awe, like I'm creating this human being inside of me. It's wild.
It's crazy.
And to really try, like my women's bodies are designed to do this.
Would you want to do a home birth as well, or?
Yeah.
I thought with a squeal that was going to be, oh no. Wow.
I do. I
feel like that's brave.
It is brave.
Wow.
I admire many people that, you know, I get through birth, whatever way you want to do it. There's no judgment.
I was at a casino night last night.
Yeah.
We went to celebrate with Maria Conchita Alonso. We have a special look at some of the video from the event last night.
Than 18 animal foundations. My organization is called VEE Fauna, which means Venezuela Endorses Fauna. It's not a non-profit. So I got together, I united with one that has been a non-profit for 11 years. It's called Luchemos por la Vida, Fight for Life. They have an orphanage where many of their kids have HIV. I thank you very, very much for your contribution, because alone we can't do it.
She's such a love.
Yeah, our love and light to Maria Conchita and all the orphanages she's supporting in Venezuela. You know, it's always great when Hollywood comes together and has a heart and gives back. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jasmine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. I'm so excited to welcome Aaron Jackson and Michael K to the show. You may recognize these two surf dudes from California Dream. I loved that show.
Oh, you were the one?
I was watching. You had such a run. I mean, it was almost like a sister show to Saved by the Bell. What was that journey like for you guys?
It was, especially as a young adult, being on a show like that. They bust in teenage girls, so we were way cooler than we were. But it was awesome. I mean, we traveled the world. We literally played all day long from 10 to 2, and we got to just make people laugh. It was pretty awesome.
I came on third season, so I was kind of the new kid on the block. So they had this such established relationships. It was kind of like for me for the first 6 months, I was like, do I fit in with you guys? Because you guys are so cool.
Right.
Like, and it was like,
he didn't.
He still didn't. But it was playing. That's all we did all day.
And the show truly, though, epitomized California dreams.
Oh, it did.
You know, rock and roll, the beach, good-looking people. Oh, live
It was,
life.
yeah, it was fun.
We actually have a look from the show. Let's take a peek.
Oh, Jenny Stevens, huh? Man, she's good.
All right, Jenny this, Jenny that, Jenny. Who cares about her?
Just a hunch, but I get the feeling you do.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I met her a couple years ago. She was so hot I couldn't even breathe. Hot? I like it. We were like meant to be. I even told her I loved her.
Let me get this straight. You said you loved her so you can get her to kiss you, right?
No, I said it because I meant it.
You disgust me.
Kid, I'm ready.
Okay, I want you to give me a happy, all right? Yeah.
Sly, we need to talk.
No, big smile, big smile. Sly, what are you thinking? You can't sell your car.
Yeah, think of all those girls who've slapped your face in the back seat.
Once I go pro, I'll be able to get my face slapped in a dozen cars. You'll have to excuse me, my fans are waiting.
Oh my God, so great.
First of all, I'd like to thank you because I was really trying to get another acting job. And now you reminded everybody that I can't act, so thank you. Awesome.
But you're shredded.
So I'm curious to know, because obviously you could look at this and go, it's a total celebration. You're coming back together. It's a celebration. And then some people really have an identity. They identify with some past thing, and it's hard for them to move past that and make new creations.
Well, that's their own problem.
Yeah.
What's
that been like for you guys?
It's awesome. I mean, we impacted a lot of people growing up. Anybody who recognizes us or comes up to us always says, I remember this. They say, thank you for my child. I mean, the emails, the comments, we grew up with you. We really made, well, he didn't, but made an impression on somebody. And
it'll never change, will it?
Yeah, no.
You'll never be nice to me.
No.
I think so.
No, I gave you a compliment.
Yeah.
No, but we impacted somebody who was so young, and they took us with them the whole journey. It was awesome.
What's that like? It's like you're like family. I think a lot of the daytime television also, especially, is people are, they consider you family. You're in their living rooms with them.
That was the hardest. Like, for us, when people would come up to us and call us, Mark or Sly, it's like, we're actually people, right? We're actually like,
I'm a person, bastard!
This is my, and how they said that we changed their lives. Like that our episodes, because we were politically correct. We did everything possible to, Peter was, the way that they wrote the show, that they made it, that everything had a moral. And it was, they said that, oh, you did this for us, or you helped us get through this. And it was like, that was life-changing for them. And then for us, looking back on it 20 years later, it is so like.
So what was the moral of the story for you guys?
It changed every week, but for me, it was just kindness, loving one another, respecting each other, and
I'm gonna cry.
No, it so was. I mean, we were such a family. The 7 of us were like.
We're still so close, really close.
Like, I haven't seen him in, it's been 20 years since we've physically seen each other.
Wow.
We went out to dinner the other night, and it was like, we went to the same restaurant that we always went to.
Get your hands off my shoulder.
it was like nothing
20
changed.
years.
Yeah.
Kelly and Jenny, and they really wanted to come, but their voices are gone from rehearsal, so they're not talking for 2 days now. But they give their love as well. Like for me, I was like the goofball, the comedy relief, and all I just cared about was making a fool of myself so I can make somebody else laugh and forget about whatever they're going through.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. When you look back now, is there anything you would tell like the younger version of yourself? Anything you know now that maybe you didn't know then that you wish you knew then?
How long is the show?
You're a doctor, right?
Man. Okay. Started with my mom. I mean, seize the day, take chances, take risks. I had a lot of opportunities that I was like, this is going to come again. If I don't need, embrace every opportunity.
Jeslyn earmuffs. She's our yes girl. She says yes to all the fantastic experiences and events. We love that about her.
That's good, but you need to learn to say no.
I'm trying.
That's a good quality.
What would yours be?
Mine was, I got this tattoo, not because of the show, but it was a part of the show, because it's the giving tree. And I wish I would have, not that we didn't give, but I wish I would have given more, like just to everything, because being blessed to move here from Pennsylvania and get the Hollywood dream. We had the Hollywood dream, and we never took it for granted, but I wish I would have done more with it. Not celebrityism-wise, but just doing more for others. So this is a constant reminder to always give.
That's awesome.
That was,
I love it.
The show
Well,
gave me
tell
that.
people where they can find you and get your comeback, back together, as getting the band back together.
Yeah, well, unfortunately the show is sold out.
Fortunately,
Fortunately.
you're still
Yes.
that cool.
I know, in seconds.
30 seats, I mean, go figure.
So
15 for your family, 9 for mine.
They asked me a question.
Oh, sorry.
No, we have meet and greet from 6 to 7, so you can come and meet the cast and the crew, and we have producers coming. We have the people who did all the music. So from 6 to 7, you can come say hey, but if not, YouTube us. Yeah.
And Instagram?
Instagram at Michael Cade.
I'm Erin _.
All right.
Awesome.
So
Appreciate you guys.
Great
It was so fun, guys. Thank you.
Awesome
Stay tuned.
Thank you,
We'll be
guys.
right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is a platform that offers insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
You have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Jessalyn, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more. As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is #community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. On today's Friday Feels, we got Charles Silk Dunn in the house. I will not be denied.
Yes,
That's what I gotta
love that.
say. I
Man,
love your new book.
Man, thank you guys for having me back on the show.
Thanks for coming back.
How are you?
Oh man, I feel outstanding. It's hard not to feel good. You're in the summertime and you're in California.
It's true.
The weather makes you feel good.
Indeed.
Well, that's a really important point. The weather making us feel good. There's something about the seasons that really changes our perspective. And I know you speak often on shifting your perspective and your paradigm. Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. When you talk about seasons, we have to realize that there is no human being outside of the universe, no universe outside of human beings, meaning that we are so connected to nature. So it's like when it's raining, sometimes we just want to curl up and read a book or get in front of the fireplace. When it's snowing, or if I know it don't snow down here, but when it's really, really cold, it brings about a different perspective as well. So how I try to look at it is nature gives us like a navigational system on how you can't do all things in all seasons. So you have to be able to say, well, you want to know what? I'm going to focus on this during this time of the year, and I'm going to focus on this time of the year, because even the seasons in nature, it demonstrates to you that in certain seasons the flowers are blooming and everything is transpiring. Then in other seasons, it's like it's hibernating, like it's rejuvenating or revitalizing itself before it takes place. So yeah, to me, we have to be very mindful of the fact that we too go through seasonal changes.
Well, I find this such a powerful message coming from you because you had incredible seasons of your life.
Right.
From prisoner for 24 years in federal prison, motivational speaker, best-selling author. The seasons of your life have been dramatically different.
Definitely. It's, for me, in going through those seasons, even though that I may do certain things in certain seasons, I focus more on managing my emotions because I think that we as people, we allow certain things to take us a little too deep. Or sometimes, you ever heard that saying, don't let your highs get too high and your lows get too low?
Yes.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Feels that way, huh?
Right. Well, when you're performing, you have to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent in your thinking process and in your emotions because if not, you'll find yourself doing this.
Speaking of performing, we have a look at one of your speeches.
Happens in your life, I say, well, you created it. You say, no, I didn't. I say, you must have, because situations in your life just don't happen. You sold it. Either by design or default, your future, you molded. When all them secrets come back, don't get mad, because you told it. When them people call you about their money, don't get stressed, because you owed it. You see, everything in your life, you created it, either by karmic need or karmic deed. Thoughts, words, and language all shape a karmic seed. You start the world into rotation, even with the words you speak. All the destruction, chaos, and conflicts in the world, and yet and still, it all evolved from our free will. So don't blame others for your life, it's your creation. Had the courage to go beyond book sense and your frustrations. And just maybe you'll understand why Einstein said he would trade in this whole world intelligence for imagination. Because this whole world is nothing but the physical manifestations of all of our imaginations. So if you don't like your life, just change it, because you created it.
Important point. I think in today's world, people are moving beyond traditional religions and realizing that they are the source. And it's coming out in so many different books, so many different messages, so many entrepreneurs. And this is what you represent. You're like the silk that's just like, it's just rolling off. So when did you realize that you are that source?
You want to know, it was like I caught this major epiphany. I was laying in prison and I'm hearing one guy, he's complaining about, oh man, what they got for child? It's garbage, man. It's garbage. Next guy, man, what they watching in the television room? And then he said, oh, the same old stuff. And then one guy said, well, man, where is the counselor? What you looking for him? They ain't gonna do nothing for you. So the complaint, so I ran to get on the phone to call in what we consider the free world. I called the free world, and it was the same complaint. Oh, how are you doing that? You got it made in there, and and I said, wow. And I laid down, and at 2 a.m, it's like I woke up, and it was like this thought, this voice said, "Go run and tell the world you created it." We have become such a complaining, fault-finding and blaming society. So it took me 6 months to write that poem, and I let the universe write it. I didn't sit down and write it one day. I allowed myself to, like, Ray Charles, the movie Ray came out. So I used that line, like Ray Charles, make it do what it do. I walked into a art room and saw all these blank canvases, and that's when I came up with the line, the world is a blank canvas. We're the Rembrandts and the Van Goghs, the Leonardo da Vinci's and the Picassos. Our thoughts, words, and deeds are the paintbrush we dipped into the paint of the cosmos.
Oh, I love that. Freestyling at that, right?
I will not be denied. That's what I'm going to say. So tell everybody where they can find you, find your book, all the above.
Well, Charles Silk Dunn on Instagram, and you can order the book. I Will Not Be Denied on Amazon.com. But you can also look me up on my website, Charles Silk Dunn, as well. And You Created It is out there on YouTube. All you got to do is go to Charles Silk Dunn as well.
Amazing.
And so it is. Thank you so much.
So appreciate you, bro.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay Hoffman and welcome to the Dose of Bliss show.
Hi, I'm Valentina and you're watching Ciao Bella.
Welcome to Alyssa Goodman Show, and every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena.
Hi, welcome to Defining Moments. I'm Suzanne Quast.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon and welcome to my show, Serena Lives.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
What is pussy poppin', you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' the Tea.
America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show can be seen on EverTalk TV, now available on Apple TV.
This is my first TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can always find these videos and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La Land. We are here with the gorgeous Elena Sevastikova. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Love
happy to be here.
the power suit.
We love the power suit.
Very
I'm
good.
just feeling very strong today, so I figured Friday mood.
Right? So tell us a little bit about what your projects are, what you're up to, how you came to what you're doing. All the above. Just tell us everything.
Initially, I'm a professional tennis player, and I moved to the United States to pursue tennis, but that didn't work out. I had a few injuries, and nowadays pros go pro really young, age 16, 17. And I got signed by a modeling agency at that time. And one thing after another, I transitioned into acting, and now I'm creating my own content.
So Elena, though, I'm very curious because your time as a professional tennis player, that must have laid the foundation for your success in Hollywood. How did that translate?
Sports, any sport, it's a lot of discipline. It's waking up in the morning, whether you want to or not, getting your butt out of bed and just going after it. And that taught me, because especially in an artistic profession and acting, in modeling and in any artist, a lot of times we have days off, we don't really feel like doing things, and people think just because you're a little bit more creative and you're doing other things, you don't have to push yourself. You only do it when you feel like it.
True.
And that's not the case. If you only do things when you feel like doing it, you're never going to get anywhere in life.
Yeah.
Right.
So tennis has definitely laid the foundation for me to just keep going at it. Tenacity is the main thing I learned from sports.
I love that. What's that expression? Strike while the iron's hot, but make the iron hot by striking.
Exactly.
Right?
You create motivation. People think motivation is kind of like bathing. I love that quote. It doesn't last. You have to continually go after it. And that's like the more you go after it, the more you create it, and the further you get in life.
Well, you must have been going after a lot because your likeness is seen in over 65 commercials worldwide. You're working on a current film project. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your experience?
I realized I had an opportunity to work with a lot of amazing directors, a lot of amazing projects, but I wasn't really getting the roles that I wanted to. I wanted a little bit more depth, to be a little bit more versatile in my roles. And I realized I just have to create it for myself. Because when you keep going and auditioning, I was going after the stereotypical Russian, And I wanted to be, because I did grow up in Florida and I did get rid of my accent, I wanted to have a little bit more diversity in what I'm doing. So I decided to create my own project.
So what are you creating?
I'm creating a film right now, and it's a very dark noir style. I'm playing two characters at once because I just wanted to show the transition that, that I can do all that. And I've created a little mastermind. I have amazing people that I've had the opportunity to actually, like our director, I've worked with him on a feature film before. And we have an amazing DP who works on a lot of series, and we're shooting on May 11th. That's when we begin production. So I'm really, really excited about it.
That's amazing.
What does it take to prepare to go into production like that?
A lot of connections, money, investors, but luckily my team, they already own a lot of Red cameras, so we're saving money and budget because equipment is a lot.
How do you prepare your mind, body, and spirit to embark on such a creative endeavor like that?
Well, actually, I've been working out a lot because I have to lose a lot of weight because I'm playing a drug addict for this character, and I wanted to do it the healthy way. I'm cutting out a lot of carbs. That's one of the preparations. Another one is a lot of late nights, a lot of script revisions. A lot of people, as an actor, you show up on set, you do your work, and then you kind of wait till the project comes out. A lot of actors don't understand the pre-production that goes in and then the post that goes into all of this. So it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, and a lot of meditation. Yeah, it's a lot of coffee too.
Right. Well, it's super proud of you. And more and more women are rising in Hollywood, and it's really important. So we want to say thank you for, fulfilling your dreams.
No, thank you. Thank you, Hollywood, for making the opportunities. Right now is a perfect time. I think the world, is your oyster. If you want to create anything, there's so many platforms.
So many.
Well, we know that we can see you on shows like This Is Us, the Mindy Project. Where can people follow your journey and tune into some of the work that you're doing?
Social media, I post a lot of my behind the scenes on Instagram, a lot of my work. It's LIFORSASH, Lifarsach. My website, sevastico.com. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
If people knew how good it feels
Oh.
when you help, when you are saving a life, when you're helping to save a life. If they knew how good it feels,
It
it's
feels
just
better
even
to
to
people
make you feel good.
I know.
You're going to make me cry now.
No, that's okay. It's
It's
okay.
the truth.
Mic check, mic check.
Well, thank you so much for coming and doing my job for me.
Hey, no problem. I'm really excited about it. I love going on shows and taking over as the host. It's really fun.
I really love it. I'm just going to sit back.
Just sit
if
back.
you could just ask yourself and answer
I
some
will.
questions.
I'm going to ask myself some questions. You can just kind of sit there and react with your face as I go through.
I'm introducing an Emmy Award-winning host. I better frickin' get this right.
You knocked it out of the park. You did a great
Yes.
job. I'm so good at what I do, aren't I? Okay.
I hope you're filming right now.
These are the things to take
The
it.
outtakes are the best.
I know.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LaLa. We've got things to do.
room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth.
I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jasmine Moyer, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Friday Feels or Friday Mood. We have David Palmer in the house, the Leo King, celebrity astrologer, DJ, TV personality, all the above.
Does it all?
You're so LaLa.
Slash master.
That's right.
So what is behind the origin of the name, the Leo King?
Well, it was interesting being a celebrity astrologer and being a Leo. It was like being just David Palmer and putting myself out there as an astrologer. I had to come up with a character to actually express the astrology with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That was actually very Leo of you to do that.
It is kind of a Leo trait, but yeah,
Yes.
being the Leo King, it kind of being able to take the pictures on the throne, or the way that I present my logo and the way that I present all the information comes from a Leo standpoint of inspiration, positivity, but also kind of having that kind of royal snobby vibe.
So tell us how it came about. How did you go, okay, I'm a celebrity astrologer. How did that come about?
It came about being an astrologer really young, in my teens, and using it at the high school parties. All the girls over here, all the guys over here, and it's icebreaker time, you know what I mean? What side are you, right?
It's a good party trick.
It was great. And then in my 20s, it was I'm gonna go on reality TV and be an astrologer. So I was the first reality TV astrologer that went on. And really to push this whole world to start really, I don't even want to say accepting astrology, because I think it's if you start to get into that weird stigma about it and keep owning that, like a lot of astrologers do, it's going to continue it that way. So I'm going to just embody being the astrologer of inspiration, just own it. Yeah. And that was why I created the Leo King.
I love it.
So how can people really embrace astrology to create a life that they love?
Well, number one is about realizing that the universe is talking to us every day. We're always just down on our cell phones. We're not looking up anymore. We're not looking at that the universe is speaking to us in front of us every day. So astrology really is about understanding the uniqueness of who you are, but that we're all interconnected. And that interconnection is found through, having little discussions of hey, what sign are you? And knowing your traits, knowing the psychology between everybody, but also knowing that we're all going through ups and downs. And it's the astrology is actually teaching us. And you can just use the moon cycle, right? Full moon, new moon cycles, especially when we do a new moon ceremony or a full moon ceremony. It's super important for us. These are potent times in life where you can actually really connect for manifestation or being aligned in your life to understand what's going on.
So I have a question for you, because obviously I know I'm one with the universe. Obviously I know that I'm affected by the full moon and the new moon, but sometimes some full moons I'm more affected by than others. Is it because of my sign that is?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of considerations into that. Of course, your own astrology, but really just like, let's say it's a lunar eclipse full moon. We'll use Donald Trump for example.
Those
he was
are
born
crazy.
on the exact moment of a full moon lunar eclipse.
Oh, that explains all of it.
So exactly, it actually does. His energy is like, it's like such a whoa, because the ancients, people died back in the day when they would see the blocking out of the sun like on a solar eclipse, right? Because imagine like the one we just had here in America on August 21st of 2017, and everybody went and got hotels all along America to see where it would go completely dark in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So imagine being an ancient, you don't know nothing, you're like, is it all over now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, some of them are really intense and some of them are, you know, like the ones we just had were pretty intense because the last 2 full moons were in Libra, which deal with relationships. So relationships right now have been the craziest that we've seen, and we're completing a cycle that happened in 1982, 83, and 84 of Pluto and Saturn, which is finally meeting back up together in now Capricorn, which is why government and politics is like the new thing. But that cycle took 35 to 37 years, and this double full moon hit these spots.
So what does that mean? We're going to be like in a flow with it, or it's going to be totally different, or what does that mean?
I would say they were coming to the peak of where the last 35 to 37 years has been the weirdest relationship transit of our lives.
That explains all of it!
Our whole life, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, existence.
And we're all
No
ready.
wonder!
We're all ready for us to truly partner differently and look at partnership differently.
Hey.
We've had to go through a lot of growing pains, but it's been good though. Because think about relationships pre the 80s. People were still kind of afraid to really be who they were. It was kind of like in the 70s, people kind of like, oh, the Joneses just broke up over there, but yeah, like, you know, and then the 80s come and it's a whole different, like, complete situation.
Yeah.
And so we're at that edge point now of about to see the most beautiful dawn of what relationships can actually be.
So let's talk about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I'm
go,
so
please.
sorry.
Yes,
I'd like
no,
to-
dive in.
So we talk about this all the time.
Yes, we do.
We're
There we
obsessed
go.
with this conversation around how we're going to evolve. How do you evolve and have it not be in a confinement, but also have deep intimacy with one person? Like I think that there's like this transition of going from the programming of what we think it should be, but then still desiring that deep intimacy with one person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's like structure is so important because without a structure, there is no such thing as a relationship because what is it then, really?
Yeah.
But the whole thing about Libra is balance, right? And so what it's been actually doing is through these relationships we've all been going through, it's been having us look at ourselves so intensely to see what really is in alignment with who I am individually. And a lot of people get really caught up into the attachment of somebody or like ownership of people. And this has been really about aligning with who's on that same vibration where independently we can stand together, but I'm not like leaning on you and you're not leaning on me, because it's been a lot of that. And the old patriarchal kind of understanding of what a relationship is, is so about, okay, this person's leaning on this person and that person's leaning on that person, but there's this individualized form we've had to find in ourselves of true power, which I'd say we all feel now, right? Now imagine how that's all going to start to clear up.
It's gonna get good now.
Coming up in this next decade.
Finally, we're finally going to see 2020.
Yeah. Honestly, I just got chills. We're that close.
Wow, we are that close. So tell us about your new app.
Oh yeah, so I've been doing horoscope apps for 4.5 years, like video horoscopes. So actually you go on my apps and you watch daily video horoscopes. And it's a new app called highvibe.tv because I wanted to expand it with my partner in a bigger way, where we wanted to get more than just astrology, horoscopes, and tarot, but actually go into sexuality, relationship topics. And so it's a full-blown app. We have studios just like this. We record every day. We do live streams, and it's super awesome and fun.
Sounds fun.
I love that.
What about the book magazine?
Yeah, so I came out with a 2019 astrology guide. Brought a full-blown 100-page astrology magazine to Target, Walmart, everywhere, Amazon, right next to like People magazine about what's going on in 2019, talking about this relationship stuff, the politics, the individual sun signs. And it was a #1 bestseller this year, which blew my mind out of nowhere.
Amazing.
So do you consult your astrology guide in order to make decisions? You're like,
you know what's so funny is when you're the one writing it yourself, it's like you already know it in the back of your head, so you're kind of like, oh, I better pay attention to my book.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey as the Leo.
And we have to give a shout out to Sarah Delane. We love you so much, our common friend here that we're actually meeting after the show.
Yeah. And find me at theleoking.com or highvibe.tv, my awesome network, the OTT network.
So awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned. We'll be right back.
And thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Jessamine, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more. As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I'm so excited to welcome the founders of Hope Be Lit. Welcome to the show.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you. We're really happy to be here.
Oh, thanks. Tell us about the nonprofit you guys run.
So Hope Be Lit is inspired. I was a bullied child, and it got inspired from there. And when I was bullied, I went through a phase till I learned how to deal with it. Yeah. And I was bullied for my name, which is the essence of our being in a way. So it was very hard for me. And my dad was in the army, and we moved a lot. So when I got into my senses, dealt with it, I really wanted to touch every child and tell them how to deal with it and how to even talk to the bullies and see how it affects somebody's life. So that's how our education wing started for Hope Be Lit. And we went to UTLA and then did conferences with teachers and actually went and did workshops with teachers like music and math and really fun workshops, anti-bullying and anti-drug. And they even made like a slogan from my name, "Are you high?" Not on drugs, but on life.
Because it's spelled R-U-H-I.
Yes.
Are you high?
Literally. I'm very curious though,
so funny.
when did you flip that switch when you thought, I'm going to take control of this situation and I'm going to use this not only to empower myself, but to empower other people?
And that's really true. It's a switch. It's a switch, and we just have to find the switch and know how to flip it. And a lot of your mentors and friends and people that come in your life, I believe life is a story. We have different chapters and characters, and every chapter, some chapters you really want to go through fast and you can't. You just have to endure it. And then some chapters you want to hold on to and just keep going on and live your story. And once you do that, just I can't be I can't be the one who's raped. I can't be the one who has cancer. I can't always be the one enduring. But just connecting with people and getting their experiences and imbibing them is why we have education wing now and an oral wing. Oral wing was, UCLA dentistry. My friends at 2 a.m. chat said, let's do a camp. And we intended to do one village, and we did 29.
Wow.
And
oh my goodness.
It's a lot of connections, and now we've covered continents doing oral camps with Colgate and Henry Schein, and all these big partners see that we are transparent and 100% volunteer based.
Yeah.
And every dollar goes into what we do. We don't keep any admin costs. My volunteers are amazing, committed people. And so, just with that, we did the oral care, and now you see we're doing production, and we started Voices Unheard.
So how did you two meet and partner up?
Well, we became friends first. I sort of got caught up in Ruhi's vortex, but everybody I think has a cause throughout their life. They have desires, and you build up on that over the years. And I had a lot of experiences too, where my son was born prematurely. I wanted to be an advocate for premature parents. He turned out to have autism, which we call awesomeism.
Oh, I love that.
But I didn't coin that phrase. His friend Wyatt did, which is pretty awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah, And so there's a lot of things that happen over the years. I've been on the planet for a long time, so I've experienced a lot of things. And based on our talks, we just decided we were going to try to ignite hope, you know, as opposed to just laying out the experience. I love what was said earlier when it's just like, you know, everybody's complaining about this or that, or now I have this and I have this fear and I have that. But once you get to the point of hope, you know, you can work your way into believing.
That's right. You can build on
right?
that.
And children do that.
We actually have a look at the trailer.
Oh yes.
Of Got Cancer. Let's take a peek.
कैंसर शब्द सुनते ही पूरी दुनिया बदल जाती है हमारी।
I know the impact it has on them. I know it can be life-changing.
Medicine is important, but you know, if you don't have the right positive attitude, the mindset, you don't have cleanliness around you, you don't have that support system of your best friends around you, then it's going to be harder.
Wow.
Every 3 minutes, a family finds out that their child has cancer.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are statistics. I mean, 15,000, almost 16,000 now in America, 50,000 annually in India. Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of, I volunteered with cancer children here, and there's a lot of true stories there of strength. And, you know, I used to go back to work and find everything so much lighter. Because the way they're dealing with it, I mean, that's a very emotional project for me. So, I mean, friends came together again to produce this. Tarsadia Foundation, UV Can in India, which is a huge organization, just held our hands. St. Jude gave us the kids. My director is a good friend, Konkana Chakravarti. She directed it, you know, saw the vision. Elizabeth Sotolara, my scriptwriter, just felt me. It was amazing. Just the things you guys do is such a feel. You know, Mridul Sen, my cinematographer, how things come together and what I'm imagining is being presented to me. It's divine.
But she's this light that sort of is able to like encompass all of that. She just draws that to her and it becomes easy. Yeah. And I think it can become easy for everybody because we're all in this together.
So what is the exact mission? What is it?
So now with Voices Unheard, of course, you heard about the oral camps. We continue to do those. We don't stop that because it's on the ground. Treatment is not done. And so we want to do treatments, not just checkups. Of course, with movies, we want to tell stories like this. We did sexual trauma as a Healing with Hope series. Everything we touch is based on the child's perspective, which is very fresh.
Right.
And that's why our scripts are being welcomed. And this one is based on the child's perspective. And with the sexual trauma, the call to action was we had Lemle Theatre support us. And we had 2 sexual survivors, like our heroes there, sharing, and the money was totally given to them in front of the audience. To show what you all do is so powerful.
So, yeah. It's a real hands-on operation.
I am so inspired, and I think I wonder, how do each of you maintain your peace and equanimity and hope in the face of these challenges every single day? Because it's a lot, and you are full of endless energy.
She's amazing. She really literally doesn't sleep or needs to be, unlike many of us. But I believe that you have to fill your pitcher, and whatever it takes to fill your pitcher in order for you to be able to pour something out to another person. You cannot get poor enough to help another person get more money. You cannot get sick enough to help another person get better. You cannot just be down there with them, but you can inspire them without being too far away from them and just lead them to a place of hope.
I absolutely love that.
So true, you guys. It's so inspiring. So what have been some of the moments that have really been the most touching for you?
Every time I do workshops with kids, this is a touching moment, and I want to bring that out in picture, you know, in movies. I mean, I know everybody can't, you know, volunteer with kids, and all the stories that I've grabbed over the years, what I've written, I never thought I'll make movies, but now that I see that people share that vision, and like Isabella is amazing, Tess is a good friend, they've all come together, and this is a whole new species, media. It's very new to me, and it was very scary. I almost walked out of it. And these people held my hand and said, no, we need people like you coming in, just sharing these stories. And Got Cancer is one of them. And every penny that we earn with the screenings will go to these kids for their treatment. And I cannot sleep when I know this kid doesn't have treatment. I mean, if you see the videos, it's...
I'm very curious. One, what made you so afraid of the media business? And two, how did you get over that fear?
Trick question.
The
No, the known. I think it's the known, because the people are different. Education was different. Oral, a dentist leaves the clinic and comes. But it's people like Isabella. I mean, you have to find them. You have to find these people. A lot of people say, we love kids and they just want to do the movie. And we don't know how to work with those people. We need people like Isabella who believe in what we're doing. Because for me, it's a life purpose. And I can't sit with somebody just to make a movie.
My bread and butter has mostly been television many years, and I stopped when my son was born for a while to raise him. But I had to sort of convince her that it's such a powerful medium. Such a powerful medium, and then she won't have to necessarily, she can keep doing what she's doing, going out to the camps and doing all of it, but
makes sense.
Let's
So
bring
tell
more
people where they can
Love
find and
that.
follow you guys.
You go.
So we have Facebook, BLIT Now, Belit Now, and of course info@hopebelit.com.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you guys
Connect
so
with
much.
us.
Thank you for the
Thank
time.
you, guys.
Thank you so
We're
much.
Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of these interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and you can watch the whole show now streaming live on EverTalk TV on Apple TV.
We're waking up the world together, you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Please like, share, subscribe, all the above, and fulfill your dreams. It's all about La La Land. Dreams are possible.
It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land.
Yes, check out Hope You Lit.
Thank you.